Hey everyone, and welcome to day 5. Today we're going to go through the movements that are listed in the day 5. Again, we have a base level, a level 1, and a level 2. And I want to stress that all of these are slow, controlled movements. We can't be, especially with some of the movements today, you don't want to be moving herky-jerky, moving a weight around your head. Slow, controlled. It's a better workout. It works your small stabilizing muscles better. You want, if it's an upright, either kneeling or standing, we want to make sure that our shoulders are back, that our hips or that our ribs are set over our hips. We're not slouching. We're not crunching over. Nice and tall. All right. So in the base movements, this is a 10-minute AMRAP. Again, as many reps as possible. And we'll go through all 4 movements and then start again for 10 minutes or until you're completely exhausted and can't do anymore. And you know, we've heard a few things so far. Heck, I'm enough out of shape that I can't do as many as I thought I could do. Okay, I'm going to do as many as I can and call it good, and next week we're going to shoot to do more. If you can't do 10 or you can't do 8 or whatever it calls for, do as many as you can and make it a goal to do more next week or the week after that. This is a starting point. We're looking to move forward from here. So base level, day 5, the 4 movements are a planche press to push up from the knees, a plank walk up from kneeling, a 4-second resistance bicep curl, and a cross body press. So we'll start with the planche press to push up from knees. You're going to get down on your knees in a push up position with your feet on the floor, and you're just going to simply press up into a downward dog position or a pike position and back to your knees. That's the first movement. We're going to do 6 of those. Then we're going to go to a plank walk up from the kneeling position. If you can do this from a full plank position, great. I'm quite certain I can't yet at this point. We're going to start with a plank position on the knees. You can start from your elbows if you need to. And then simply walk your hands out until your belly is on the floor. And then walk back up. Six of those. So 6 planche press, the first movement, and 6 of the second movement. For the last 2, we're going to do 4 reps of each movement. A 4-second resistance bicep curl. So that's this movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to move on to a cross body press. And that is from the standing position. I'm going to put my arm at a 45-degree angle and simply move it down to my other hip. Slow and controlled. 4 each side. Slow and controlled. And that's base level. So 10 minutes, as many reps as possible. You do 6 planche press to push up from the knees, a plank walk up, 6 of those, 4 seconds resistance bicep curl each arm, and then 4 cross body presses each arm. That's level 1. So you go through that. If you finish that in 10 minutes, which we all should, you go back and start at the top again until 10 minutes is done. So level 1, this is every minute on a minute. So the odd minutes we're going to do around the world, around our waist. And I'll show that in a minute. Even minutes, around the world arms. So the around the world waist, if you have a kettlebell, I would recommend using that. You can use a hand weight. You can use a milk jug. You can use a book bag or a cloth grocery bag that you take to Publix. You put a little bit of weight in there and you can use that. It doesn't, just a little bit of weight is really all we're looking for. I'm going to use the kettlebell. So again, shoulders back, ribs set over the hips, nice tall posture. And I'm simply going to pass the weight from one hand to the other, in front and in back, in front and in back. And I'll go the same direction for the first odd minute. Then I'm going to switch and do around the world arms. And for this you need two weights. You could use 2 water bottles. We're going to start down here at our hips and simply bring them up and meet above our head. Lola thinks I'm going to throw these so that she can fetch them. That's the around the world head. So the second odd minute, I'm going to grab my weight. I started going this direction. The second time I'm going to go the other direction. And that's it for level 2. 10 minutes of that. That's level 1. Level 2 is also every minute on the minute. For the odd minutes, we're going to do a half kneeling around the world head. Excuse me, for the even minutes, we're going to do a half kneeling windmill. And so, the around the world head, I prefer to use a hand weight for that. I'm going to do one knee up, and I'm simply going to pass this around my head. Switching hands in back, switching hands in front. Slow and controlled. Lola. I'm not going to throw it for you. The second odd minute, I'm going to switch directions. That's the odd minutes. And in the second odd minute, I'm going to switch my knees up. I forgot to mention that. So first odd minute, one knee up. Second odd minute, the other knee up. And switch directions. On the even minutes, we're going to do a half kneeling windmill. Remind me real quick. Oh yes, thank you. You're distracting me, Lola. So we're going to put one knee up, use a light hand weight, small water bottle, whatever you have, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to start with it above my shoulder. Everybody wants to get into the act now. And I'm going to lean my opposite shoulder down until my elbow is on the ground and look up at my hand weight. Then I'm going to come back up to the starting position. Down till my elbow's on the ground and look up at my hand weight. Back to the starting position. The second round of even minutes, I'm going to switch knees, switch arms. Oh, this is not easy for an inflexible old man. That's that movement. That's level 2. Every minute you switch and do that for 10 minutes. That's it for day 5, folks. Again, if you have any questions at all about any of the movements, about any of the nutritional stuff, we've already heard from a couple of people, hey, I've already dropped a couple pounds. If weight loss is your goal, great. If gaining muscle and getting stronger, great. We want everybody to get stronger so that we can kick some behind next summer. Again, if you got any questions, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to answer. Thanks, guys.